At the beginning of 2020, I bought this KTM 300 XCW, a very fast, very lightweight dirt bike. But just like most other things about 2020, it has been a massive turd. Not the bike itself, mind you, it's just that sometimes I overestimate people's integrity, and once I got the 300 out for a ride or two, it was pretty apparent that it had spent much of its previous life in a pond. Pretty much everything under the plastics was rusted, corroded, seized, or leaking some vital fluid. The carburetor spewed gas, coolant wept abundantly from the hoses, and seeped liberally from the jug. The forks oozed, the battery was flat, nearly every bearing was seized or shot. Oil spat from the gaskets. My third time out on it, it nearly exploded. It was a 3-year-old, very literally steaming, rusty mess. But neglected as it was, I could sense the beast inside of this battered little bike. And if I was going to dig into it, I might as well really dive in and unleash something special. So I talked to some friends in the industry about some sponsorships, rolled up my sleeves, turned up the music, and made this poorly shot garage montage.
If I can do that without lighting myself on fire or drilling a hole through my leg, I think it's a win.
There's something very therapeutic about completely tearing down a motorcycle, getting inside to swap out every seal, gasket, and bearing, pulling it apart to replace the wrecked, ruined, and worn down, banishing all the little electrical gremlins inside, really getting to know every inch of a bike. I'm certainly not a mechanic. The quick cuts in this montage might look intentional, but really they serve to hide the copious failures at every step of this build. But after meticulously cleaning, greasing, oiling, troubleshooting, wiring, and tuning to the farthest extent of my abilities, it actually went back together. But when I finally hit the starter, would it fire up without defecating the proverbial bed?
Yeah! Oh, I can't believe I did that. I feel pretty good about myself.
This is the culmination of months of work, the result of collaborating with the industry's best manufacturers with many of their best parts on one of the best enduro machines ever built. The finale to a long and many times frustrating battle with both a bike that was once a tetanus-sharding tadpole and my own shoddy mechanical skills. So much has been replaced, it's barely a KTM anymore. And when people ask what it is, I respond, this is Sparta. Sparta. 300 war-hardened cc's just waiting for that brutal two-stroke battle cry. I'll admit I spent a lot of time in the garage just staring at this bike while it was shiny and unscratched, waiting for the last few parts to arrive. Let's be honest, this is a magazine cover bike build, primarily built to be really ridiculously good looking and sell motorcycle parts for its generous sponsors. And I was worried. I mean, when all the parts were finally installed and the repairs were finally complete, could I actually, ride it? Would I dare submit this masterpiece bike to the abuse it was destined to receive, scuffing the gorgeous billet aluminum, damaging the graphics which lovingly bear the names of all of my producers? Was it more than just a pretty face? Well, once complete, it took all of about 6 minutes before this naughty little homewrecker got the giddy up. From that 6 minutes onward, she's been looped over, dropped who knows how many times, submerged, flung through the air, launched off cliffs, and covered in all manner of desert filth. A pristine magazine build she is no more. She has taken her rightful place next to my other abominable motorcycle builds as a battle-scarred, trial-hardened little warrior. A stark reminder that while indeed a beautiful motorcycle, she's still just a motorcycle with two simple purposes: to haul my untalented pasty man flesh to amazing places at her own expense, and to put a smile on my face. Since she was rebuilt, she has succeeded in these tasks beautifully. So because it looks really good and has a lot of nice parts on it and started out as a really great enduro bike, has this machine transformed me into Graham Jarvis? Not even close. I'm still a terrible rider, but dropping nearly 100 lbs from the bikes I'm used to riding has definitely bumped things up in the ease of riding and confidence departments. I've been practicing pivot turns, slow wheelies, and static balance with the help of excellent videos from Barry Morris, Rich Larson, and Meg Sprapp. And while my progression is painfully slow, having precision clutch, throttle, and braking makes it feel at least possible for a total goon like myself to learn and improve, albeit at a snail's pace. So guys, my channel has traditionally been very budget friendly, and you'll have to forgive me for swinging for the fences with this one. After all, this is my dream enduro build, and it wasn't cheap. I want to go over every detail of this build, but instead of trying to cram every single mod and part into this video, I'm going to go over why I selected every part that went onto this motorcycle in detail, with my rationale for why it went onto the dream bike, and why I would honestly recommend these parts to anybody looking for the very best. So those detailed reviews will be coming up in future videos. So if you're watching this, thank you for making this build possible. My producers know this bike has been quite the little drama queen from the very beginning, as they've seen a little of the build behind the scenes. And I wanted to do more build videos, but man, every time I fired up the camera, I would fail and fail and fail. It took a lot of tutorial videos and patience and profanity to get this bike together. But even though I didn't do a great job on the detailed build videos, I want to thank the producers especially for the encouragement and the tech help to get this bike finished. If you'd like to see every beautiful part I put on this machine, be sure to check out the link in the description or the pinned comment for detailed product specs, the bikes they fit on, reviews, pictures, videos, and more. If you want to follow me as I try to learn some enduro techniques and become a better rider, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications, and maybe we'll learn something together. Thank you all so much for watching and for being a part of my channel, and much love as always. eveRide out.